Imagine waking up in January 2026, packing your bags for a trip home to visit family, only to realize your US passport might not guarantee your return. It sounds like a scene from a dystopian movie, but for millions of dual citizens, this fear is becoming a headline. There is a massive shift happening in Washington right now, with talk of new executive orders that could fundamentally change the concept of American citizenship as we know it. We aren't just talking about visa denials anymore. We are talking about proposals that aim to strip citizenship from people who thought they were safe forever. If you hold a passport from another country, or if you became a U.S. citizen through naturalization, you are exactly who this new agenda is targeting. But here is the catch. Panic is your enemy and preparation is your best friend. In the next few minutes, I'm going to break down exactly what Project 2025 proposes, what is actually legal, and later in this video, I will tell you about the one specific document you need to secure right now that could be your only safety net if these rules go into effect. Let's cut through the noise immediately. You are seeing videos on social media screaming that dual citizenship is banned. Let me be crystal clear. As of right now, today, there is no law banning dual citizenship in the United States. You do not need to burn your other passport. However, what we are discussing is a very serious proposal called Project 2025. This is a comprehensive playbook created by conservative think tanks designed for the next Republican administration, should they win the 2024 election. The plan outlines using executive orders to restrict immigration in ways we haven't seen in decades. It proposes ending birthright citizenship for children of undocumented immigrants and launching a massive review of naturalized citizens to see if they lied on their original applications. So, is it a law? No. Is it a serious plan that is sitting on a desk in Washington waiting to be signed? Yes. Before I go deeper, I want to hear from you. Do you think it is fair for the U.S. government to review the citizenship of people who have already been naturalized for years? Is dual citizenship a right or a privilege? Let me know your honest thoughts in the comments below. Now let's do a deep dive into the meat of this situation because the details matter. Most people think that once you take the oath of allegiance, you are untouchable. But Project 2025 argues that the executive branch, the president, has the power to interpret the 14th Amendment differently. Think of it like this. Usually, changing immigration law is like building a house. You need Congress, the Senate, and the president. It takes years, there are blueprints, and everyone argues about the paint color. It's slow. But an executive order is like a light switch. The president can flip it on day one. It might get challenged in court later, but the lights go out immediately. That is what this proposal suggests. Using that light switch to pause specific categories of entry for people they deem a national security risk. And often, national security risk is the label they use to investigate dual nationals from specific countries. Now listen closely because this is where many people make a mistake. They think this only applies to people crossing the border illegally. That is false. The proposal includes a concept called denaturalization. This means setting up a task force to look at old files of people who are already citizens. If they find that you committed fraud, even a small lie, on your green card application 20 years ago, they could argue your citizenship was obtained illegally. I know TikTok might be telling you that Trump is going to deport all dual citizens. That is fear-mongering. The USCIS website and the actual text of Project 2025 don't say ban everyone. They say strict scrutiny. That means if you are a dual citizen, your travel history, your ties to your home country, and your financial records could trigger an investigation that a single citizenship American would never face. It's not a blanket ban, it's a targeted pressure campaign. Let's look at some real-world scenarios so you can see where you fit in. Scenario number 1. You are a naturalized citizen. You came here on a work visa, got your green card, and became a citizen 5 years ago. You still hold your home country's passport. The risk for you in 2026 isn't that you lose your status automatically. The risk is if you travel. Upon re-entry, if these orders are active, you could face secondary questioning where they dig into your original visa application. If there was a discrepancy back then, that is the thread they pull to unravel your status. Scenario number 2, you are a student or on an H-1B visa hoping to get a green card. If these policies are enacted, the dual intent rule might be attacked. They could say that because you have strong ties to your home country, you aren't truly committed to the U.S., making the green card process twice as hard. Scenario number 3, you were born in the U.S., but your parents were undocumented at the time. This is the biggest target of Project 2025. They want to sign an order saying you are not a citizen, despite being born here. This would force you into a legal battle to prove your own existence in the American system. Immigration policies shift fast. What was true yesterday might not be true tomorrow. If you want to make sure you never miss a critical update that could affect your status or your family's future, make sure you are subscribed to Immigration Path USA. We track the fine print so you don't have to. So, knowing all of this, what can you actually do? You cannot control the White House, but you can control your paperwork. Here are 3 steps you need to take before 2026 rolls around. First, request your entire immigration file from USCIS. It's called a FOIA request. You need to see exactly what the government sees about you. If there is a mistake in your file from 10 years ago, you need to know about it before they do. Second, if you are a dual citizen, keep your U.S. passport valid and updated. Do not travel on your foreign passport if you are a U.S. citizen. That is already a rule, but in 2026, it could be the difference between getting back in or getting stuck outside. And finally, remember that document I teased at the beginning? It's your certificate of citizenship, or your naturalization certificate. A passport is a travel document. It can be revoked. A certificate is your proof of status. Many people lose these or never apply for a replacement if it's lost. Find it, scan it, and keep the original in a fireproof safe. If the government ever questions your status, that piece of paper is your shield. Disclaimer, I am an analyst, not an attorney. This is for informational purposes only. If you have a complex case, please consult a qualified immigration lawyer. The year 2026 might bring changes, but the U.S. legal system is still strong, and rights are still protected if you know how to fight for them. But while we watch the dual citizenship debate, there is another storm brewing regarding work permits for spouses. Is that next on the chopping block? You'll want to watch this next video to find out.